Welcome to day one of the SEMA show. Aaron Mullenberg here from the SERS booth. Unbelievable show so far. So excited to be opening it up and have a great guest here, Eric Mullenberg from Kustom Koachworks. We're going to talk a little bit about Eric's story. He's got a shop in Mesa, Arizona, and I think is the perfect epitome of why SERS is here at the SEMA show and the work that we do here at the show. You do both collision repair work, but you also do Jeep modification and custom work as well, correct?
Correct, yeah. Our mainstay is the collision side of it, but as far as the Jeep thing, it's kind of a hobby that's turned into a second part of our business.
So, I mean, the SEMA show's got to be just a playground for you of opportunities, right? So, in addition to all the collision space here in the North Hall, you have a lot of Jeep stuff that's here.
Oh, absolutely. It's like almost being a kid in a candy store. It's just everywhere you look, there's something else to see. Yeah.
So Eric's story is really neat because there was they're actually presenting back a vehicle that they did a custom modification on, and I'm going to let him tell the story, but it was for a gentleman by the name of Bryan Hutton, and the vehicle's name is Stomper. Is that correct?
Correct. Brian's 3-year-old son had named the Jeep after a toy that I think Tonka has that's a little orange Jeep, and it's named Stomper. So Brian's Jeep became Stomper, and it was involved in the EFI tornado in Moore, Oklahoma back in May, and Brian had actually was visiting his parents there in his hometown, and when he got there was when the storm was kind of brewing, and they got the Jeep into the garage and then made their way to the storm shelter, and after the storm had passed, they came out and pretty much the neighborhood's gone. There's really not much left of it, and it's just total devastation. But somehow a garage, actually their house was completely gone, and somehow like a wall of the garage had fallen on the Jeep, kept it from blowing away. But it was pretty much just a wreck. Luckily, he was able to get in and get it started, got it out of the garage, and then there was a lot to do, and he jumped right in without anybody asking him, and there's quite a few stories of him and his son cruising around for 2 or 3 days, really helping, using the winch, pulling walls off of people, helping transport injuries. A lot of the first responders couldn't get in because the site was so devastated. So it was just a really neat story. His wife is serving in Afghanistan, so just a lot of neat things to it. It was brought to my attention through a friend from the Jeeping side of the business, and he caught wind of it from the internet and the social media, and it was just a big brew that just everybody started jumping in and pitching in, and a lot of companies really stepped up, and it's really one of the most rewarding things I've ever been involved with. It was a lot of work. It was 3 or 4 months. But there's pictures. Stomper's got a Facebook page called The Rebuilding of Stomper, and it's got over 10,000 followers. And again, the Jeeping off-road industry is a real close-knit. Everybody's always helping people, and just a really neat thing to be involved with. As we were finishing the project, Rugged Ridge, which is a company that's involved in the off-road industry, contacted SEMA, and they were very helpful, and they actually wanted to see they wanted Stomper here at SEMA, so they got us some space. We're in the entrance of the South Hall for any of you that are out here, and Stomper's out there on display. And I was able to get to meet Brian and Brenda this morning for the first time, and it was a real neat thing. They brought their son out, and Rugged Ridge is actually hosting the family here for the week, so they flew them out, put them up in the hotel, and we're also doing a reception for them on Thursday to kind of thank them for what they did and give them the keys to Stomper. So
you have this family who, from mother to father to son, I mean, they're heroes. You know, I mean, they give of themselves and they help people, and so it's got to feel great as a collision shop to give back to somebody who demonstrates such heroism. But I mean, I think as collision repairers, that's what we do, right? We support families in our community every day, because whether you're pulling people from rubble and something like that and displaying that level of heroism to a mom who's bringing her kids back and forth to soccer games, that vehicle's important to them, right? And so
yeah, absolutely. Every day we're dealing with different situations, but you know, the collision repair sometimes. You know, we have to be part psychologists, and we're doctors, and we're all the above, because we're, you know, mentally it's usually devastating for the family to deal with their cars being damaged and all the disruption to their normal day to life, and making sure the car's fixed properly and safe for them again, and then dealing on the insurance side of it, and making sure everybody's doing the right thing for the right reasons.
Well, Eric, I got to tell you, on behalf of SERS, I want to thank you for representing the industry the way you do and helping out people who really need it. This is a great story. If you're here at the SEMA show, make sure to get to the South Hall and check out Stomper. I mean, what a cool build, awesome vehicle, a great reason on why the collision repair community has such a good fit here at the SEMA show. And so thank you for everything that you do. Looking forward to filling you in more on what's going on here at the show from the SERS booth throughout the week. So thank you very much, and we'll see you later today.